Got a great question from one of the coaches who's going through the SSPC certification. And he said he's been going through, of course, he's gone through the videos, the PDFs, but he said, I have been catching up on your podcast and YouTube videos. And he said, I've heard you say quite often to avoid grinding reps. And it leaves me with a question. One of the wrestlers I'm working with is strong, but hits a wall as soon as the bar slows down, while the other kid I train just gets pissed off when the barbell slows down and gets hard and is able to get 5 to 8 reps after I think he should stop. He reminds me of a Steffi Cohen deadlift video where her first rep looked like a 1 rep max, but then she's able to do 5, 6, 7 more reps just like it. The question is, when do I let an athlete grind out reps? I don't always get to see him lift. He's supposed to be leaving 2 to 3 reps in the tank. That being said, that's where you could kind of find out who is capable of it. I find that there's a big emotional readiness factor when it comes to grind reps. Some kids are timid and they get scared. And so when the rep gets hard, some kids will literally just give up. You'll see it in a squat. You'll see it in a bench press. These are things I never saw when I was a kid. I never saw somebody grind a rep and then they're in the middle of a squat and then they just go down and let it roll over their head. They don't know how to bail out properly. Then today, like you said, you have such a variety of mindsets and states of emotional readiness, emotional preparation from athletes. So should grind reps be allowed? They can if the athlete is technically ready and emotionally ready. Most high school athletes are not. They will grind the rep, but then they will lose technique and move into a dangerous technique. So you'll see kids benching, and when it gets hard, the spotter doesn't know how to assist them, let's say 3 pounds. So what does the kid do? Turns his head one way, starts benching the bar crooked, starts bridging, and the spotter does this. The 2-finger, what I call the death sentence spot. It's dangerous and it's stupid. And so you have to teach teammates, kids, how to spot each other. You have to teach kids, if you're grinding, you don't give up, you don't fail. And then same thing with spotting. It's interesting. I mentioned the bench press. Now with a squat, I will say, spot him, spot him. I'll see a kid grind, and the athlete will not touch the other kid, okay? Put your hands under the athlete's chest, maybe the ribs like this. I'm not really a fan of that because most kids, when they give up, they go down, they drop their posture. Barbell rolling over the neck and head is how that bodybuilder in Indonesia died. So if somebody's grinding, I put my hands on his chest and then I help them go with a few pounds, but they must push. And in their mind, they need to think speed, not, oh, this is hard. For girls, I tell girls, you could spot each other however you want, but usually girls are kind of at the ribs with a little bit of a lift. Holding somebody's waist does nothing. Hands hovering near the body does nothing. 2 fingers on the barbell, like the squatter, the bodybuilder who died from his training partner. He was using 2 fingers. Then the guy tried to bail out. He couldn't bail out. The spotter pushed him. All of these things are wrong. Hands to the chest, and advanced lifters can grind, or once in a blue moon, you have a kid who is a grinder. But for the most part, from my experience in training, 100, 200 athletes every day, you need a certain mindset. And it all depends also on the group setting. When I train athletes at the Underground Strength Gym, 8 to 12 kids in a group, most of the time 8, When I train athletes at a high school, 30, 50, 60, 80 kids, okay? When we have these large numbers, those are days where I really review safety, technique, spotting. And so there's going to be a lot more imperfections in a large group when you're 1 coach to 80. And I'm not even sure that's legal, to be honest with you, but it happens. So I hope this helps. Oftentimes in strength and conditioning, the answer is it depends. So it depends on the context of the situation, who, what, where, and why. That's it, guys. Go to ZachStrength.com. get your newsletter, get on the newsletter, get the free training courses. If you are a strength coach, we have 2 certifications linked below. I'd say the underground strength coach certification is good if you have less than 5 years experience. If you've got over 5 years experience coaching, you could go to the strength and sport performance coach certification, the SSPC cert. Although that being said, we've had former Navy SEALs go through the underground strength coach cert, and many Division I coaches, and of course, high school coaches and a lot of private sector coaches have done the underground strength coach certification. So don't think you're above it. I have found that actually in this day and age, with the lack of physical readiness of athletes, we need more of the underground strength coach certification style training than the SSPC. That's it, guys. Any questions, respond to my email, and I'll answer those questions. Talk to you soon.